Welcome everybody, the North people of the Assembly meeting. My name is Carlos Cruz. I'm the North aide to the mayor. And I would like to introduce our Reverend Luis Co. Rotary with a prayer.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Okay, so as you know that I am in charge of the Mayor's Interfaith Alliance, which means that I'm going to come before you with a brief prayer so that we can encompass those who are with us of the Muslim faith, Catholic faith, and then we're going to have one of our newest representatives of the Newark Interfaith Alliance that has just joined, Pastor Angel Legrand from the Calvary Christian Center. Amen? Amen. Let us pray. Most gracious and everlasting God, we come before you to first give you thanks for this meeting. I thank you for those who arrived here and those who are on their way. We ask you to cover, keep, and bless us in the name of Allah, in the name of our Creator, in the name of Yahweh, in the name of Elohim, in the name of Jesus. We have prayed. Everyone in agreement with me said amen? Amen. And Amen.
Amen.
Okay. Pastor Negron, you pray for me.
Amen. Amen. Thank you for this opportunity. We have been praying for this city for more than 30 years, day and night. You are covered in prayer. So I just want to make a simple prayer. Father, in the name of Jesus, I declare blessing, I declare purpose, I declare that this city is the new art, is the city of blessing, and I declare protection for every representative in this place, for their family, for their loved one, in Jesus' mighty name. Amen.
Amen. So good evening, everyone. My name is Andrea Mason, and I've been given the task of, with the assistance of Levita Johnson, I'm in charge of North People's Assembly. And basically what North People's Assembly is the office that the mayor newly created as an initiative to bridge the gap in communication from the community and the mayor's office, City Hall. Our goal is to make City Hall more transparent. And the way we do this is engaging individuals to be a part of organizations, making organizations more structured, more organized, giving neighborhood associations, block associations, faith-based associations, churches, even small businesses, empowering them to really do more in the community. So, with that being said, are there any individuals that are here representing a nonprofit, a faith-based, some organization? Can you please raise your hand? Okay. And actually, I apologize. My protocol standards are incorrect. I have to acknowledge Councilman of the North Ward, Aníbal Ramos.
Good evening, everyone. Apologize, I'm a little under the weather, so I can't project as well as I usually do. But I'm really here today also to learn a little bit about the program. I want to commend the Office of the Mayor for bringing up, a lot of the city heavyweights up here to the North Ward today. We have just about every director. We have our captain of the North Precinct. And these individuals work hard every single day to deliver services to our residents, to respond to the many concerns that come up on a daily basis. And we've been very fortunate to have had a good working relationship over the years, and I'm really excited about the fact that we're bringing them out of City Hall into the community so they can better address some of the issues and concerns that we deal with every single day. I also want to acknowledge the staff of some of our council colleagues that are here. We have Renee from the office of Councilman Quintana. We have Josephine Garcia, who's our school board president, but she's also here representing Councilman Carlos Gonzalez. So I just want to say thank you for the invitation, and you have a very good-looking group of presenters here today, with the exception of Carmelo Garcia. He looks a little tired today.
Okay, so as as you can see, there's 4 different areas. In this initiative, what the mayor's trying to do is move away from the political model of wards and move into more of a neighborhood model. So this is the North Ward, although it's not only open to North Ward residents. What we did is we sectioned you off in the 4 areas or the 4 neighborhoods of the North Ward. So you have, is it Lower Broadway? I can't see the signs, but I know there's Lower Broadway, North Broadway, Forest Hill, and then Branch Brook. And hopefully you're sitting in the area or the neighborhood in which you live or you serve. Is that the case for most people? Yes, no, maybe so? Okay, perfect. At this time, I'm going to just let you know a little more. At this time, I'm going to let you know a little more about Carlos Cruz, because some of you weren't here when he introduced himself. Carlos Cruz is the mayor's North Ward senior aide. Basically, he's the representative and the liaison between individuals and the mayor's office. So anytime you call the mayor's office with some type of complaint or concern, you'll most likely be routed to Carlos, and he's the one responsible for that follow-up. So even in this meeting, if you have any questions or concerns, and you'll be, the directors and the department representatives will introduce themselves a little later, and you may be actually addressing them to the specific department, but Carlos will most likely be the one actually following up to ensure that your concerns are addressed. So I want you to know that it is imperative that you get Carlos's card and that you sort of keep in touch with him, especially if you are representing an organization of sorts. Okay? So now, everybody's in their neighborhoods. I'm going to but if anybody that's representing an organization, if you can come up, introduce yourselves, because this is all about collaboration. Partnership is power in numbers. The thing about Newark People's Assembly is if one person just says, hey, I want my streets paved, you know, yeah, we'll write it down, but if it's the block association saying, hey, we need our street paved because of this and that, you know, it holds more weight. And we hear that a little differently than if it's just an individual. So we're really trying to empower the organizations to be a little more organized and structured, and encouraging individuals to actually join organizations. Because there's a bunch of organizations within the city of Newark, and some people want to be a part of them and they just don't know what they are. So this meeting is that type of meeting, to try to encourage everybody to collaborate, partner, get together, work with each other to better the city so we can move forward. So if you are representing an organization, if you can come up at this time, I would appreciate it. Neighborhood association, small business, faith-based organization. And with your outside voice, please.
Great, well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Hi, my name is Jay Arena, and I'm with the Jobs and Equal Rights for All campaign. And we are a grassroots group working to break the ICE contract that the County of Essex, Joseph DiVincenzo, has with Trump to imprison 800 immigrants at the county jail. We want to break that. Our message is immigrants are not our enemy, the billionaire class. We need to take money, take back the wealth that has been stolen to create the jobs and free public services that we badly need. And as part of that campaign, I was drafted to run against Mr. DiVincenzo for county executive. Jay Arena, Jobs and Equal Rights for All campaign. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, I'm Giovanni from La Casa Don Pedro and the Lower Broadway Neighborhood Association.
That was short and sweet. My name is Zaid Muhammad, Cutler Street, 7th Avenue. 3 organizations: Newark Anti-Violence Coalition, People's Organization for Progress, and Newark Communities for Accountable Policing, NCAP.
Terrence Bankston, representing GI Reformers today, which is under Newark Dig. One of the initiatives that I'm helping with citywide is to help not just individuals but organizations adopt catch basins. Those are the drains that some of us complain about, which not only affect businesses in terms of storm water runoff, but just handicapped in terms of assessing the sidewalk. So if you're interested in that, we have pledge cards involved in that. I'm also representing Walk the Walk. Some of you, we may have knocked on your door this summer. We canvassed citywide. We spent 2 weeks in each ward, basically surveying residents, asking them what their feelings were, particularly about one issue we're looking at is term limits for local elected officials here in New Jersey, and if that's something that local folks will want to support, but also ask them about the concerns in their neighborhood. And so we are grateful to have the Newark People's Assembly because it is about helping residents navigate and engage with our leaders more effectively about the issues that concern us the most, but recognizing common themes and creating policy around that. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Are there any other organizations that are represented within the room? So I will now, yes, absolutely. Mayor Baraka, would you like to address the audience?
I usually stay to the end. I'm not going to be able to do that this evening. I have 2 or 3 other events, but the Newark People's Assembly was taken from, my charge today is to tell you what Newark People's Assembly is and why we're doing it and how we plan on sustaining this. And we're glad to see new faces out here, people that are organizing. And I said last night to Andrea to make sure she made a statement to the folks in the West Ward who were out there in numbers, that I wanted to thank them for hanging out, because some people come, as a part of whatever that they think they're going to get out of this, and there are people who actually live in these neighborhoods that want to do the work, and they stayed to the end and they worked it out, and I think that was one of the better meetings that we had, actually, and I, told Andrea to make sure she thanked them, and she did, because there was a whole group of people who hung out from different parts of the ward and kind of mapped out some issues that they had, even had a few good suggestions and solutions that we are going to incorporate. I told them when you get in your groups to speak, when you talk about things, you have to be very, very, very specific about the things that you're talking about in order so people can address them and not talk about it in a general way, because usually people advocate and say we represent the community and it's them and the 3 people they know. We want you to be a part of organizations that exist, right? We want you, if you're not in an organization, we want you to become a part of an organization. So this is not another opportunity to create an organization. This is an opportunity to get organizations that are already created to empower themselves with more people and then engage with the city residents. There's a mayor in Jackson, Mississippi named Chokwe Lumumba. His father was the mayor prior to that. Him and I, we had discussions about people's assemblies. The mayor in Jackson is doing it now. We're doing it here also as well in the city of Newark, something that we wanted to take on in the second term. There's an opportunity for organizations to come together, for us at the city to get information out, and for opportunity for us to talk with each other instead of at each other. There's a whole bunch of meetings that go on in this city. You're welcome to go to those meetings. They're open, they're free. Those are meetings, you can go there, you can holler, you can scream, you can act wild, you can do whatever you want to do. This is not that place. So if that's the place where you want to be, this is not the meeting for that, because we don't do that. As a matter of fact, I talked at the last meeting about a resident who came to me who lives 2 or 3 blocks away from me, who said, Mayor, I'm not coming to none of those meetings that you have. She's talking about these meetings. I'm not coming to none of those meetings that you have, because when I see you, I'm going to tell you my problems. That's it. I'm going to tell it to you and maybe the councilman, but I voted for you. I'm going to beat you up when I see you. You either get it done or you don't get it done, but I'm not coming to the meetings because I don't have time. I don't feel like coming out there, people yelling and screaming and acting crazy. I'm just not going to be a part of it, right? And so I'm trying to convince her and beg her to come, and she did show up to one of the meetings, and I'm glad that, after the meeting, she thought it was something good. Didn't say she was coming back, but thought it was good. And we're trying to do the same, trying to get as many organizations out, because people come to us and say, how can I help? How can I be a part of what's going on? And ultimately, there's a block association. If you're not a part of the block association, that's a problem. If you live on the block, you'll be part of the block association. If you live in a building, you should be a part of the tenant association. If you go to the church, you should be a part of the church organization. The masjid, right? Any organizations that exist. There's dozens of organizations in your neighborhood. We want you to join those organizations, strengthen them, and then engage the city in a positive and constructive way. So these first couple of meetings, we are really kind of experimenting, getting people's concerns and
getting their issues, and we're going to try to address and deal with those concerns. But as we go forward, we just don't want to hear about what you don't like. We want to hear about what you imagine, right? And what I mean by that is we want to be able to articulate what we need to see in our community, right? What we need to see in our neighborhood, what we need to see in our block. We need you to articulate that and engage the city, so we're not just doing things for you, we're doing things with you. Like, things are not just happening in spite of you, they're happening because of you. We want you engaged in those conversations with us, whatever it is, whether it's development, streets, opportunity for us to create jobs, programs, recreation, summer things that we do regularly. So you'll get to know about those programs, but also give you an opportunity to figure out what those programs should look like in your community. We obviously work very, very, very closely with the councilman of this ward, Councilman Ramos, and we are going to work through him, obviously, but we also want you guys to have an opportunity to engage whenever these meetings are, all of these folks up here as an organization. The only thing that happened that was different, the West Ward, that we had to struggle with a little bit, is after we told them we wanted them to meet in the groups, then report out, and then we deal from there. Some people got up and they came and talked to me anyway. So, and I had to redirect them. I talked to them. I said, go talk to those people over there. We're going to address those concerns when the meeting develops. But I want you to talk to your neighbors. I want you to talk to your neighbors. The last thing is we divided it in communities, because Newark is divided into 21 neighborhoods. Newark is divided into 21 neighborhoods. We divide them into wards for political purposes, and people engage around those purposes politically, right? So everybody talks about the wards because of politics. I mean, it's just clear. So then they make kind of estimations about what's going on in the ward based on the politics of that ward. And most of the time it's not true. So the wards are developed into neighborhoods. Like the South Ward has Clinton Hill, have Wheatwake section. The West Ward have about 4 or 5 different neighborhoods present. The North Ward has various neighborhoods. And in different neighborhoods you have different concerns and different issues. And people try to get up and make it look like all of the concerns are the same, and it's just not. People have different concerns, different things that they're dealing with in their neighborhood, with their families. And we want you to be able to address those things by your neighborhood. Plus, we want you to strengthen your neighborhood. Because some people's neighborhoods are more coalesced, more organized, and they get more services than other people's neighborhoods simply by the virtue of the fact that they're more organized. And so we want each neighborhood to be just as organized and receiving equal or equity in terms of the services that they receive from the city. And so that's important for us to do. And this is something that's not going to be fly by night. We're going to push this thing. It's going to continue. And Andrea, I'm going to give her a round of applause. She's doing an absolutely fabulous job. The leader in the back has been co-assisting her and making sure that this is been productive, and we've been getting a lot of help. I know Michelle Morgan is here. I thought I saw her somewhere. Malkia and the rest of them have been helping out to make sure that this thing is getting off the ground the way it should be, that we get the kind of engagement that we need in this city, and we want y'all to consistently be a part of that as we go forward. So, Andrea?
Thank you so much. Thank you. One of the things I didn't say when I was explaining what Newark People's Assembly was, I didn't add that in making City Hall more transparent to the community, we're working directly with the departments to build that communication. So it's important for you to register. Those registration forms that you got at check-in, those will serve as your sign-in sheets. So as you return them to us, we'll put you in the database. If you don't log on to the City of Newark's website, there's a link there also. If you go to newarknj.gov, go to community, there's a card that says Newark People's Assembly. You can register right online, or you can fill out the form here and we'll register you. And with your registration, you'll be in the loop to receive all of the information as it comes through to us from the departments, okay? So at this time, I would like for each of the department directors and or representatives to introduce themselves and just briefly tell what divisions are within that department or the council, and what are some of the things that the residents can look forward to seeing in the neighborhoods. We'll start with this councilman's office.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Joseph.
Outside voice.
Outside voice? Okay, that's the mom voice, you mean.
Oh.
All right, good evening, everyone. First, I would like to thank Andrea, and I would like to thank Ms. Johnson for inviting us here to the North Ward Newark People's Assembly. My name is Josephine Garcia. I'm a legislative aide to Councilman Carlos Gonzalez. As an employee for the past 20 years with the city of Newark, I've serviced the community. I've been a district leader. I'm a homeowner. I am also the Newark Public School Board President. I have a vested interest in Newark Public Schools. I've graduated 3 out of my 2 sons out of Newark Public School high schools. I'm a homeowner in the North Ward, a district leader, and I am here ready, willing, and able to assist anyone that's here tonight. Buenas noches a todos. Mi nombre es Josefina García. Soy la asistente al concejal por acumulación, Carlos González. También soy la presidente de la Junta de Educación aquí de las escuelas públicas de Newark Public Schools. Aquí estamos toditos con el alcalde. Le queremos dar las gracias a la señora Johnson y a la señora Mason por invitarnos. Esto es un nuevo programa que está empezando el alcalde Baraka en todos los barrios de la ciudad. Es para traer y unir todas las comunidades, como dijo el alcalde. No somos barrios, tenemos 21 comunidades aquí en la ciudad de Newark y él los quiere unir toditos como uno para cooperar y mover esta ciudad para adelante. Gracias.
Thank you. And I'm glad Josie just translated. Are there how many people here don't speak English or don't understand it well? Is it that?
¿Cuánta gente aquí nada más entienden el idioma de español y no hablan en inglés y pueden subir la mano para nosotros estar seguros que podemos introducir?
So we'll keep that in mind. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, that's right.
Oh, okay.
Carlos, thank you. Yeah. Yes. So we'll be quick. Yeah.
Good evening. My name is Danielle Smith, and I am the Director of Finance. This department performs one of the most critical operations in the city of Newark, which is generating revenues, safeguarding the revenues, and accepting revenues. The department also is responsible for disbursements, billing, collection, financial reporting, and investments. The Finance Department has worked diligently over the past 4 years to turn the city's financial conditions around through enforcement, billing, and collections. Today, the Finance Department is no longer under state supervision, and in 2018, Moody's revised the city rating to a positive from a negative outlook. In closing, the more revenues that we collect, the more services that we can provide to all the neighborhoods. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Okay. Aquí tenemos la directora de las finanzas de la ciudad de Newark, que es la directora Danielle Smith. Y ahora vamos a ir con el director Patrick Council.
Good evening. Again, I'm Patrick Council, Director of Recreation, Cultural Affairs, and Senior Services. Also housed under the departments that I run is the Sun Up program, our parks and watershed, as well as Pop Warner Cheer and football. So we have a very eclectic and wide range of programmatic services that we offer. Here in the city of Newark, we have 5 recreational facilities. Our Boylan Recreation Facility is located on South Orange Avenue. Our Bull Porter facility is located on Lyons Avenue. JFK, it's on West Kinney Street. Our Rotunda facility is here on Clifton Avenue. And our Sharp James Ken Gibson Center is located on Rome Street. We have 2 indoor aquatic pools that are year-round pools at our JFK facility, as well as our Sharp James Ken Gibson aquatic facility. We have 7 centers of hope that we operate here in the city of Newark that are located throughout the city. Our Leaders for Life facility, which is in the South Ward on Clinton Place. Our clubhouse, which is on Irvin Turner Boulevard in the Central Ward. Hayes West, which is an all-girls facility on Boyd Street. And here at the Lombardi facility is one of our centers of hope, where we run a wide range of programs from Boy Scouts to karate, to our Newark Explorers, to salsa and Mexican dance lessons, to Eyes Like Mine. We have an array of programming here, which also houses one of our senior centers during the daytime. We also have our West Side Park location, Marion Bolden Center, and Pennington Court, which is some of our sites. Our senior center sites, we have 4. Nellie Greer, which is in Hansberry and Maple in the South Ward, Bethany, which is in the Central Ward, our Lombardi Center here in the daytime, as well as Sharp James Ken Gibson Aquatic Center. So we look forward to serving people. We have a lot of robust programming that is about to take off and come out, and we want everyone to be a part of what we're doing in the area of senior services, cultural affairs, and recreation.
Excuse me, I'm going to ask the director if you want to translate for the people who don't speak English. We just make it pauses slowly. That way we can help you to translate here. We got Jennifer Fania, we got here Josephine and me to try to translate for all the people who don't speak English. Carmelo.
Good evening. My name is Carmelo Garcia, serve as Chief of Development for the Economic and Housing Development Department. And we have some exciting and amazing redevelopment, revitalization, and repurposing of city assets. The department has 5 divisions. One of them is community development. The other one is rent control, planning and zoning, legal, and pretty much the Office of Affordability and Sustainable Housing. The goal and mission for EHD is to capture the mayor's vision, his agenda, make sure that we are including residents in the process as we are revitalizing neighborhoods and focusing on equitable and inclusive development, which leads to equitable growth. So we have been focused on empowering the residents as part of community outreach meetings to include them where they can have a seat at the table, to be a part of letting us know what they envision in the Lower Broadway area, but also throughout the entire city. We're overseeing right now $4 billion in redevelopment with a focus of generating jobs, bringing in new ratables, and of course, creating more open space. There's 35 acres of open space that the city right now is redeveloping with Mulberry Commons Park and also Riverfront Park. That's going to go all the way from Madison to Bridge to 4th Avenue. So overall, that's what the department does. Its focus is on economic justice, ensuring that it generates opportunities to do economic and community development while making sure that it's all about neighborhood revitalization and community development. Lo voy a decir en español. Buenas noches, mi nombre es Carmelo García, soy el jefe de Buenas Raíces y Vivienda. La misión nuestra es para enfocarnos en la economía, asegurando que estamos creando más trabajo con la construcción que está ocurriendo en la ciudad, asegurando que en el momento tenemos $4 billones en renovaciones, en nueva construcción comercial, residencial que está pasando ahora en la ciudad. También los parques nuevos que estamos creando en el Riverfront y en el Downtown con Mulberry Park. Y seguimos asegurando que la visión y la agenda del alcalde con el concejal Ramos está continuamente al frente de lo que estamos haciendo en la área de control de renta, en la área de planificación y en la área de vivienda para la comunidad que es necesitada. Eso es vivienda para las personas mayores de edad, vivienda para todos. Eso es lo que hacemos y estamos orgullosos de lo que el trabajo que estamos haciendo históricamente para la ciudad en el momento. Gracias.
Good evening. My name is Khalif Thomas. I'm the Director of the Department of Public Works. And the services we provide to the city is demolition. We abate city-owned vacant lots. We clean city-owned vacant properties. We abate potholes. Street sweeping falls under my department. Snow removal. We board and secure city-owned properties, parks and grounds. And one of the good things that we got coming to the North Ward is down on Verona Street. We actually go build a temporary salt dome, and we go house some street sweepers and some garbage trucks there. So throughout the regular day, the commute from the South Ward, well, from the Weekway section over to the Forest Hill section and the other sections of the North Ward, it'll be more fast and rapid services. I do want to remind y'all that Monday is Columbus Day, and we will not be picking up garbage or recycling, so please advise your neighbors not to put those services out. The services will continue on the next scheduled collection day. Thank you.
So ese fue el director Khalif Thomas de sanidad y asistencia pública como reciclable, toda la basura grande que recogen, que dejan. Él lo que dijo que el lunes, día 9 de octubre, es día de feria y no van a recoger la basura. Cuando yo entré, yo dejé mucha información en el escritorio donde está la señora al final allá, si puede subir la mano. Ok, y esta es la agenda de la ciudad de Newark para el año entero. Todo lo que ustedes ven en rojo, no, en amarillo, son cuando es día de feria de la ciudad. Si el día de su basura cae en ese día, no saque la basura porque la ciudad no sale a recoger esa basura. Y si salen es porque es una excepción. Si no, ellos no salen a recoger basura ese día. ¿Ok? ¿Entendieron? Okay. All right. I told them we have a municipal calendar there. Follow it. Everything in yellow is municipal holidays. You don't pick up on municipal holidays. And if you do, it's because of high exception. All right?
Okay. Good evening. My name is Kimberly Singleton. I'm the manager of traffic and signals. My office is under the Department of Engineering. The director name is Philip Scott. And what my division is, we improve the transportation network for the entire city. So what that means or translating to is the paving of the roadways. That's underneath my division. Also, the traffic signals is underneath my division. All the street signs that are fabricated, installed, is from my division as well. Even the crosswalks and the bike lanes, those are part of the plans that we use because everybody has every right to be on the roadway. So we are actually implementing a multi-mobile type of transportation system. And so for right now, for the next 90 days, you will see more paving going on. So we're going to pave until December the 1st, and then we'll start again in April. And then in the meantime of that, we're paving based off a grant. So my division also go after federal aid grants to help improve the city infrastructure. And that's it. That's it. Carlos.
Es Kimberly Sento, ella es la manager de señales y tráfico. Cualquier situación que ustedes tengan con lo que es las señales, tráfico, también lo que es lo que llamamos los speed bumps, tiene que ver con todo esto, se pueden dirigir directamente a lo que es su departamento.
Good evening, my name is Tommy McDonald from the Department of Engineering, Division of Inspections and Enforcement, Code Enforcement. What we do is we are currently moving throughout the city as a team. We do systematic inspections of interior and exterior properties. We also conduct inspections of stores, restaurants, commercial properties. Anything that requires an inspection, more than likely we're going to do it. We're working very, very closely with the Department of Health and DPW. As a team, we seem to get more done. We are operating 7 days a week, including holidays, and we're working up until 10 p.m. every night during the week and 7 p.m. on weekends.
Mi nombre es Thomas McDonald, el director de Code Enforcement. Se trabaja como equipo, ya ustedes escucharon que trabaja lo que son las 7 horas, los 7 días a la semana, y básicamente trabajando con lo que son las propiedades en lo que es el interior, de enforzar. Muchas veces tenemos muchas propiedades abandonadas y entonces también personas que acumulan mucha basura o no limpian apropiadamente sus propiedades, y entonces Code Enforcement se encarga de que las personas cumplan lo que es la ley. Trabaja muy de cerca con el departamento de salud y los demás departamentos.
Directors, please remember to speak loudly so that everybody in the back can also hear you. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm going to have to stand up. So my name is Mike Wilson. I'm from the Division of Environmental Health, which is part of the Department of Health and Community Wellness. Within the Division of Environmental Health, you have a couple of programs. You have the Food and Drug Bureau. Those are the inspectors who deal with all of your neighborhood stores, restaurants, bodegas, things of that nature, where they do inspections, whether it be routine or on a complaint basis. You have your animal control officers who deal with animal bite attacks, stray dogs, any nuisance complaints involving animals. You have your vermin control section, and I'm pleased to have one of the vermin control specialists in the audience today, Mr. Willie Falk. He and his team, the rest of the vermin control specialists, deal with all of your vermin complaints within the city, throughout the entire city of Newark. We also have our childhood lead program, where we do lead screening, and we do lead abatement for houses that have lead-based paint. The vision that we want, that we are appearing, that we want to have as a result of these meetings, that's why these meetings are so important. We visualize working with you community organizations and you block associations to bridge a gap between the health department and the community. A lot of our activity is complaint-based, you know, opposite the routine half, and a lot of times you are our eyes and ears as to what's going on in the neighborhood. Whether the store is selling expired food, whether there's vermin in your community. We are open to all complaints as affiliated with the non-emergency call center, 4311, and also directly to me, being the one of the leaders of the division, where we are taking all complaints and we address them accordingly. What our goal is also to provide comprehensive inspection services to improve the quality of life within all of the neighborhoods within the city. We also have a contract with the Essex Regional Health Commission, and they are responsible for addressing all of the environmental complaints, whether it be air, noise pollution, and odor pollution complaints. So I'm proud to be here, and I have business cards here for anyone who wants to contact and speak with me, and enjoy the rest of the meeting.
Mike Wilson. Mike Wilson, the Health Department. Trabaja básicamente con lo que es la salud en lo que es la ciudad, básicamente de que los negocios y los restaurantes, y lo que es también todas las quejas y complaints acerca de lo que es la salud, de lo que es el ambiente, el aire y adecuado.
All right, good evening. My name is Tyrone Broner. I work for Newark Housing Authority. I'm Assistant Director there. We're responsible for providing security of all Newark Housing Authority properties, a total of 24 major sites and numerous scattered sites throughout the city. Under my charge, we have a Community Relations Department. We have an investigative unit. We also have armed guards, and we also have a security operations center, which is, they monitor a lot of the videos. We also have numerous unarmed guards also at our sites. We work closely with the Newark Police Department in assisting them with trying to make sure that the residents of Newark Housing Authority is kept safe. We got a lot of new initiatives that we're doing. We're having our guards and armed guards being more active in the community. Our community service unit, they go out and try to help the residents solve some of their own problems. So it's not always just, you know, everybody's doing for them, but help them solve some of their own problems. So we're trying to be proactive, be more visibility, and provide more safety for the residents of the Newark Housing Authority. Thank you.
Yeah. Como escucharon, Tyrone Broner básicamente trabaja con lo que es todo lo que es el sistema de cámara para las casas de Housing Authority, y también trabajando de apoyar los residentes.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Cesar Soares. I'm the captain and commanding officer of the 2nd Precinct here located at 1 Lincoln Avenue. Thank you all for being here. Basically, I'm responsible for the effective and delivery of police services and efficient services. I work with many of these city directors, city agencies, in conjunction with helping us out with quality of life issues. They're all very helpful and help us out in that. I'm proud to say that our community service officers do a fine job relaying our information to the community. There's informational stuff here from our community service officers. And again, I can be reached at 973, if you want to take it down, 733-6044. And I'm glad to be here and glad to take some concerns at the end of the meeting. If you'd like to speak with me, I'll gladly make time for you. Thank you.
Captain César Suárez, Chief Commander del Second Precinct de Lincoln Ave. Cualquier complaint, estamos a las órdenes, saben todo lo que están trabajando bastante para darle mejor servicio a lo que es la ciudadanía. También tenemos lo que es de Council Meeting. La reunión del concilio del Second Precinct es cada segundo miércoles a las 7 de la noche en el precinto. Las personas que desean ya directamente cualquier issue con los jefes de la policía pueden asistir a esta reunión. La próxima reunión es este 10 de octubre a las 7 de la noche en el Second Precinct.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for inviting me here. My name is Emmanuel Foster. I'm the Chief of Operations for the City of Newark Housing Authority. I was asked to attend this meeting on behalf of the Executive Director, Victor Cirillo. We have over 7,000 units of low-income public housing and another 7,000 project-based vouchers that we manage. Recently, we opened up our waiting list and another 13,000 people applied to receive low-income public housing. We work very closely with a lot of the departments, with the Tommy, sanitation, the city, and so we are a partnership looking to provide the best affordable housing for low-income residents in the city of Newark. Thank you.
What was your last name again?
Foster.
Okay.
Emmanuel Foster.
Este es el señor Emmanuel Foster, él es trabaja para el director de las viviendas públicas aquí del Housing Authority con la ciudad de Newark. Lo que dijo es que las listas de espera están abiertas. Pueden ir al 500 de Broad Street para solicitar una aplicación para las viviendas públicas aquí en la ciudad de Newark, que quedan el 500 de Broad Street. What floor on Broad Street can we go with?
Fifth floor.
Fifth floor, en el quinto piso. Do you have a phone number in case they want to call?
973.
Right.
273 6567.
Okay. Y si tienen alguna pregunta sobre la lista de espera que abrieron, el número de teléfono es el 973-273-6562.
I'm Jack Santos from the Department of Health and Community Wellness. I'm here representing the Division of Medical Care Services. We are the department's FQHC for the city of Newark, known as Mary Eliza Mahoney Health Center. We have 3 different locations. Main locations at 394 University Ave, where we have adult services and STD clinic there. We have a second location at 110 William Street, where our pediatric department and dental department lay. And then at 140 University, located at University Hospital, our 3rd satellite clinic. Within the Department of Health, there is also the Division of Surveillance and Prevention, which encompasses the WIC department, the immunizations department, as well as vital statistics. We also have the Department of Social Services, and of course, the Ryan White division. Unfortunately, Director White could not attend today, so I'm here in his stead.
Okay. Ese fue el señor Jack Santos, que trabaja para el Departamento de Salud y Servicios Humanos. El director no pudo estar aquí esta noche con nosotros, pero mandó el señor Santos, que el Departamento de Salud y Servicios Humanos corre el programa de WIC, que son para madres que acaban de parir niños y lo ayudan con asistencia para los niños hasta la edad de 5. Pueden llevar a su familia para un costo minimal para las vacunas que necesitan para regresar a la escuela o las vacunas. Hay servicios de dentista y hay clínicas de salud en el 110 de la William Street y el 394 de la University Avenue.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Sushil Nagpal. I work as a construction official in the Department of Engineering, and my division takes care of all the construction-related activities in the city of Newark. Wherever the permit is required, wherever the certificate of occupancy is required, has to come to my department. And my department policy is open door policy. Anybody can come anytime between 8 to 5 if they have any problem anywhere regarding their construction activities. If you see any construction activity is being done illegally anywhere, please give me a call anytime and I will take care of the problem right away. And my number 973-733-5632, that's my office number, and my personal number is 973-687-4318. Call me anytime, and we are here to serve you better and just make city look better and better. Thank you.
Okay, ese fue el señor, your last name?
Nat Paul.
El señor Nat Paul, que trabaja para la división de construcción, los permisos cuando uno va a solicitar un permiso para hacer una verja, una piscina, arreglos a su casa, arreglos a viviendas. Esa es la oficina de él y él quiere estar seguro que si ven a alguien haciendo ilegal construcción en una casa, una vivienda, en una bodega, cualquier sitio de la ciudad, que pueden llamar al 973-733-4311 y reportarlo, sino directamente a su oficina, que es el 733-6532.
Good evening, my name is Juanita Jordan. I'm the manager of Tax Abatement Special Taxes, Office of Licensing and Permits under the Department of Finance. We work closely with code enforcement. We issue the license and permits, burglar alarm, parking permits, and licenses for the businesses in the city of Newark. It's a pleasure to be here. If you have any questions, you can come and see me. My office number is 973-733-3722. Thank you.
Okay. Esa es la señora Juanita Jordan, que trabaja para la oficina de impuestos, o cuando uno va a solicitar una licencia de negocio, una licencia cuando uno tiene una alarma en la casa, una licencia cuando uno quiere cerrar una calle, tener una parada, un festival. Hay varias cosas que hace la oficina de ella. Es una agencia muy grande abajo del alcalde Baraka, y ella dijo que si tienen cualquier pregunta sobre esos permisos, que la pueden localizar al 973-733-3722.
I'm gonna do a little differently. I know a little Spanish, so I'll try to use it. Not that much, though. Good evening, everyone. My name is Chantal Borum. Hola, buenas noches. Chantal Borum. I represent the Department of Law, the Law Department. I am Assistant Corporation Counsel. We have 4 different sections. That would be litigation, contracts, labor, and the municipal courts. In municipal courts, we have courts for traffic court, criminal court, as well as some of you may know as NCEDC, which is a great program where we assist people who may have different issues that they beyond their control. So, and we also do in labor, we represent the city against any issues that the workers may have. In litigation, we represent the city and any issues that the community may be bringing in cases against the city. If you have any questions in regards to anything that we do at the Law Department, I can be reached at 973-733-3880. El número de teléfono 973-733-3880. Gracias.
You want me to translate that a little bit? She did a Spanish English, that's okay. Esa es la señora licenciada Boram, que es la Departamento de Leyes, que también es abajo del alcalde Baraka, y ellos toman muchos asuntos, casos con la ciudad, si son casas que van a cerrar por las hipotecas que no se pagaron, si alguien va a demandar la ciudad. Pero recuérdense que todos los representantes que ustedes están viendo aquí esta noche son representantes y directores que trabajan abajo del alcalde Baraka, y representantes de los consejos municipales, que soy yo, Josefina García, Jesús Casiano, que tenemos aquí, y René Nieves, que es el de Quintana, y tenemos unos cuantos más, varios directores, entonces ustedes pueden hacer sus preguntas. Next director.
Hello, my name is Andrette Christian. I'm the Chief of Staff for the Department of Economic and Housing Development. Carmelo pretty much covered everything with the exception of we're in the process of updating the website that will have a link that shows all of the available city-owned properties as well as all of the affordable housing units within the city. And if you need to contact me, the number is 973-733-6575.
Okay. La señora Christian trabaja también con el director que habló temprano, que fue Carmelo García. No es familia mía ni primo mío, es un director para la ciudad de Newark. Y ella es la nueva directora abajo de ese departamento que también de viviendas de la ciudad de Newark. Y si la quieren localizar es el 973-733-6575.
Good evening. My name is Amina Hilton. I'm with the Office of Sustainability. I'm new to the office. I am the Community Engagement Manager, and our goal is to work to have a healthier, cleaner, greener Newark. And right now we're working on the Love Your Block program. It's not started yet. It'll be starting in January. So we're collecting information from all the neighborhoods in Newark. So I'll be coming and talking to everybody soon. I'm in B12 in the basement City Hall.
What's your phone number?
973-297-0315.
Okay. And your first name again?
Amina Hilton.
Ok, esta es la directora Amina Hilton. Lo que ella es para estar seguro que las viviendas, las calles, cada barrio en la ciudad de Newark estén limpias. So, si ven basura, recojan la basura. Si ven una botella de lata de soda, recojan la basura. Explíquenle a sus niños qué importante es para tener una ciudad limpia. Manejamos, esta es la ciudad más grande en el jardín, que es Newark. Si vamos para el próximo pueblo, que es Bloomfield, se ve limpio. Nosotros podemos también seguir ese ejemplo en educar nosotros como una comunidad para estar seguro que la ciudad esté limpia. So, ella va a empezar un programa nuevo y ella lo pueden localizar en el 973-733-3722.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Francisco Blame. I'm the Business Development Officer for the North Ward. I represent the Newark Community Economic Development Corporation, also known as the Newark CEDC, under the leadership of Aisha Glover. We work with all business owners, entrepreneurs, developers that want to invest within the city of Newark. Some of the services that we offer are the UEZ program for business owners, as well as the Buy Local program. We also are in charge and oversee some of the bids throughout the city. Again, if you guys have any questions, you could reach me at 973-508-3750. Once again, the Business Development Officer for the North Ward here for the Newark CEDC. Buenas noches, mi nombre es Francisco. Yo soy el representante, el oficial del desarrollo de negocios y económico de aquí del norte. Si usted tiene alguna pregunta con su negocio, si necesita ayuda con licencias, permisos, por favor deme una llamada al 973-508-3750. Muchísimas gracias.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Orlando Mingo. I'm the one-stop operator at for Northworks at the Newark One-Stop Career Center, which is located at 990 Broad Street. We offer a variety of services for customers that come in there for vocational training. We also have a reentry department that will help customer that's coming in there seek employment. And we also have the Youth One-Stop, which is located at 500 Broad Street. We also have vocational training funds for customers that are coming there seeking training from the city of Newark. Again, we are located at 990 Broad Street in Newark at the unemployment building. A lot of you will know that. We also have the WOW van that drives around here to different events, Workforce on Wheels vehicle that could be seen in different departments of the city of Newark. That's about it so far. My telephone number, I can be reached at 973-733-7299 for the reentry department, job placements, and vocational training. Thank you.
Okay. Ese es el señor Mengo, que trabaja en el departamento de labor y empleo para la ciudad de Newark. Si alguien pierde su trabajo, si necesitan servicios para trabajo, la oficina de él hace entrenamiento para uno poder seguir buscando trabajo, solicitar desempleo, cómo tomar otras clases gratis después que vivan en esta ciudad, tengan prueba que viven en esta ciudad y que están the Department of Labor is with you also there, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so el departamento de labor y de desempleo también está localizada en esa oficina. Y él dijo, you didn't say your phone number.
Yes. My telephone number is 973-733-7299.
Ok, y la oficina de él, si quieren hablar con él sobre esos tratos, es el 973-733-7299.
Yep. So last but not least, Mr. Adine.
Good evening, my name is Kareem Nadeem. I'm Assistant Director of the Department of Water and Sewer. Andrea Adebawali is the Director. I can be reached at area code 973-733-5360. Water and Sewer, we're responsible for all the upgrading to the water infrastructure, the fire hydrants, the water main. You see us out a lot of times fixing leaks in the street, cleaning the catch basins during flooding, and unclogging sewers doing backups. We rolled out a couple of programs in the last year. One will be, in the last couple of years, will be the lead service replacement line. So if you ever received that literature, you need to sign up. If you didn't sign up, we rolled out, the city has also rolled out the insurance program in 2014, where we offer insurance to a third party on your water or sewer line. It's a great program. A lot of people in the North Ward have been beneficial to signing up for that program and using it in a time of an emergency. We also rolled out, working with sustainability, adopt a catch basin in your neighborhood. It's a little sewer grate that's on the corner or in the middle of your block. Sometimes you don't think about it, but you put those leaves on the curb, and when it rains, that stuff washes right on top of the catch basin. So when the next rain event comes, it's still there. The water is not able to go down into the curb inlet that we call a catch basin. We also rolled out another program with sustainability, adopt a rain barrel. When you can put a rain barrel on the back of your house to catch the rain off your roof drains to go into the rain barrel so we can control some of the heavy rain that's going back into the system and prevent some of the type of flooding that you may see.
Thank you so much.
Ok, so ese fue el señor Kareem, que trabaja para el Departamento de Agua. La directora no pudo estar aquí, y que es la directora Adebawali. Ellos están localizados en el 255 de Central Avenue, lo que está diciendo que ahora muchas casas le están afectando la línea de agua que corre de su casa a la calle y la ciudad. Con otra agencia, ellos le pueden ofrecer un seguro que tú pagas. Yo lo tuve que pagar, es como $8 al mes. Por si esa línea se te rompe, no le tienes que pagar $1,000 a la ciudad para que te arreglen esa línea. Y también estaba hablando de la boca de incendio, que esté seguro si vive cerca de una casa que tenga en la esquina una boca de incendio que sirva. Si usted ve que no sirve, puedes llamar a la oficina de los bomberos, ellos vienen y la arreglan. También las cuencas que están localizadas en la esquina. Cuando uno está limpiando su casa, la basura, las hojas, la tiran entre la calle. Cuando empieza a caer mucha lluvia, toda esa hoja y basura van a la cuenca y entonces el agua no puede bajar, y eso es lo que está causando mucha lluvia cuando corre y no puede bajar por el sistema, y hay inundaciones aquí en la ciudad como ocurrió hace 2 semanas atrás. Y eres el señor Kareem, y lo pueden localizar a, what's your office number, Kareem? 973-733-5360. Sí, 5360. Muchas gracias, ese fue el último director. Go ahead.
Thank you so much, department representatives, and thank you so much for your attention. At this time, we're going to become a little more interactive. Now that you know who exactly it is that can help fix the problems and that you have to engage to make sure that things are done to impact your quality of life throughout the city of Newark, now we're going to engage you. So within your neighborhoods, I'm going to ask that 4 to 5 of the representatives that are from the departments come into your work groups, and what we're gonna do for 15 minutes, and hopefully somebody in each of the groups is bilingual, please. We're going to, for the next 15 minutes, we're just gonna talk about some things within our neighborhood. Remember, I opened up by saying that this is a collaborative effort. It's all about partnerships. So in this time, we're getting to know each other, but more importantly, talking about those things that are going right within your neighborhood and those things that are going wrong. And hopefully, by the end of the 15 minutes, there's one person that sort of sums it all up, and you address the board, and we can try to get those things rolling for, to be solved or remedied. Does that make sense? You need to translate that, I guess.
Ok, so lo que vamos a hacer en este momento es que cada los directores van a ir a un sector. Que tenemos el barrio norte, tenemos el barrio de aquí del Lower Broadway, tenemos aquí del barrio Forest Hill. Si quieren hablar con los directores, hacer algunas preguntas, a darle una querella, si es algo sobre la Junta de Educación, yo estoy aquí, pueden hablar conmigo. También le quiero informar a la gente que están aquí que hablan español, el día 6 de noviembre es las elecciones aquí grandes en el estado Jardín, pero en esas elecciones va a haber una cuestión bien importante que si eres padre, abuela criando un nieto, o si eres una madrina, padrino o un guardián de un niño, ahí vas a poder elegir si quieres tipo 1 de escuela, que es que el alcalde selecciona su junta de educación, o tipo 2, que es que la comunidad sigue votando y eligiendo los miembros que van a coger las posiciones de la junta de educación. And I just want to translate briefly that I told them where all the directors are here, they're going to break out. We're going to go into sections, and I took advantage letting them know that on November 6th, we have an important referendums question regarding the Newark Public Schools, that we're going to have a type 1, which will be an appointed school board by the mayor, or a type 2, which will allow the voters to come out and choose the members that they want to continue serving on the Newark School Board, and that will allow the school board members to determine our budget moving forward with the Newark Public Schools. So thank you, and I guess we'll break out and take your questions. Okay?
Thank you. So
You're
at the end of
welcome.
15 minutes, you'll get back into your respective groups, and then we'll report your report out.
All right.
Because Broadway takes so much.
All right, so I do believe that the breakout session was productive, just from what I saw. I don't know if it was quite as structured as I expected, or as I had planned. It didn't quite go as well or as I wanted, but I do think that it was productive. So if everybody can take their seats so that we can get the reports out, because I hope that was done. Because I did notice that there were a lot of one-on-one conversations versus group chatting, which was the purpose, engaging each other, the collaborations, the partnership building. So, are there any takers to go first with a report out? Mr. Raines.
Okay, yeah, we're with the Lower Broadway. Our, with the Jobs and Equal Rights for All campaign, we do a lot of work in this heavily immigrant neighborhood, and we had a couple concerns. One is, although the city has been officially designated a sanctuary city, una ciudad santuaria, a few weeks ago, an unnamed, who still has not been named, NPD officer stopped an immigrant without a criminal record, Daniel Castro. He was clearly racially profiled, and they handed him over to Trump's thugs with ICE, which we consider a terrorist organization. And he's been put in one of these detention camps. We call them concentration camps, but people are held without criminal charge or trial. So that's a real concern. It's put a real chill in the working class immigrant community. And still, now when someone's arrested, they smear their name all over the press. We want to know who that cop was, and he needs to be fired. Secondly, we want to know what the position of the city councilman, Councilman Ramos, is about this ICE concentration camp that Joseph DiVincenzo runs for Trump right here in the supposed sanctuary city. We have called on the city council, like in Hoboken and in Jersey City, their councils told their freeholders they need to break the contract. They have a lot of authority. Even though they have direct control, they have a lot of moral authority. There's been a deafening silence in this city, the so-called sanctuary city, from the city council. Now, the mayor did say,
You asked
okay,
the question, you want to know
yeah.
Councilman Ramos' take on ICE.
yeah, when
That's-
is he gonna take a
The
stand?
rest-
And we wanna know who the cop that illegally handed over Danielle
Yes, we
Castro
understand the question.
to ICE,
So-
to Trump's thugs.
Captain Suarez, are you able to answer that question?
I spoke to the gentleman already. I informed him where he has to go, to Office of Public Information to get that.
Thank you so
Well,
much.
that's what I came
Is
to
there,
this meeting
is
for
there
today.
still a representative from Councilman Ramos's office here? So if you give me your contact information, I can definitely forward it to Councilman Ramos's office so you can get that answer. The next neighborhood, please. Well, everybody was supposed to be working together. That was the purpose of the group chat.
What neighborhood were you in?
Right, it was supposed to be Lower Broadway. Right, but everybody, it was supposed to be one report for the entire group. But as I mentioned, that wasn't supposed to be the way it was set up. So I'll come back to you as long as time allows. This group, what group is this, please? Ms. Johnson, what group is this?
This is North Broadway.
North Broadway, can you report, please?
Well, we were basically concerned about recycling the water issue.
Sure, what are your, do you have direct questions?
Oh, we spoke with Danielle, she,
Oh.
took down all this. Ms. Danielle, you have, yes, direct, be their spokesperson.
So basically, the question that they had is regarding recyclable, that it's not picked up timely, Ali.
What's your address? What area you live in? What's the block?
Lincoln Avenue.
202.
202 Lincoln Avenue, right, young lady?
202 Lincoln Avenue.
Yes, sir.
Our recycling is being picked up by a vendor. And if there's any issues with he missing your property or missing your block, just feel free to give me a call, 973-733-4311. And I'll make sure your recyclables get picked up. There shouldn't be any delays. Yes, there shouldn't be any delays with getting your services.
Yeah, but, I mean, lately it's been like on again, off again, missing some days. But,
Please be mindful, just whenever that issue occurs, just call the complaint line, which is the 733-4311. And you also had a question about for the water department?
yeah, someone here, the water,
Mr. Dean?
Director. Implementing a new program to collect water.
Rain barrel.
Rain barrel.
Great. So it helped that the directors came into the chats. That's awesome. Thank you very much. Forest Hill section? No residents of Forest Hill? And what about is that Upper Broadway? Branchbrook, I'm sorry. No, definitely not.
No, I just had a couple questions and two of them were answered and they were addressed. I do have several questions that maybe the captain, if the captain can relate. There's been a lot of activity happening on the North 9th Street section. There was a shooting, apparently you guys know. I want to see what's being done because it's been multiple times I've called. I know people that have gotten assaulted. We've called and the officers just take a while to get there. I've made several complaints. Things happen around and it just seems that we could just never get an officer when we really need one.
North 9th Street, I got a little bit of good news for you. We do receive the complaints, and obviously we try to address them all. It's unfortunate, obviously we don't want to upset anybody in the community. You will be getting a precinct, not specially I should say. Your area will be getting its own precinct, the 7th precinct, which is located near School Stadium. That's slated to open within the next few weeks. You'll have your own captain, your own police officers designated to that area there. We're hoping and we foresee that will bring a lot more services, better response times, and better quality of life to that area. It's going to take a strain off our precinct. Currently, the 2nd precinct encompasses a larger area. So the precinct where you fall in on that North 9th Street area is going to encompass starting at Clarimass Hospital, south to Central Avenue, between North 3rd Street, all the way up to the Bloomfield line. So that's going to be the 7th precinct area. the area where you live in happens to be our busiest patrol sector, and it also is the one that drains the most calls for service. Not drains, requires the most calls for service. And unfortunately, with that being said, sometimes it takes attention away from other areas. We try to service everybody equally, but unfortunately right now we're at a point where we're more of a reactive police department. We do have proactive patrols, and we try to keep as many as we can, but sometimes the demands for calls for services take precedent, and not everybody or everything can be addressed in a timely manner. But again, with the advent of the new precinct, we're hoping and we foresee that it will create positive responses and quicker responses from the police in the area.
We just don't have to call the 6,000 number with any
Yes, non-emergency is still 6,000, and the emergency is still 911. That won't change.
And can I just give you some feedback on the people that answer the phone on 6,000?
Sure.
I'm not sure if they are officers or they're citizens picking up the phone, but sometimes I get misinformation. I was told when my brother got assaulted to go down there and make a report. And
Precinct?
yeah, when I got to the precinct, the officers were really kind of upset because I'm wasting their time. And they told me that could have been, I needed an officer there at the time because of, the crime of the scene pretty much. And they were pretty annoyed because 6,000 told me to go down there, and the officer said, no, that's not what you're supposed to do. So there's a lot of misinformation being received on our end, and we get frustrated, and I'm not trying to waste anybody's time because I know you guys are busy, but
You're absolutely right. And again, that was a miscommunication. They are being told to send people to the precinct for the mere fact that sometimes it gets backed up, and if it's something that can be handled at the precinct level. Obviously, that was definitely a miscommunication between our communication center and my precinct. I will personally address my precinct. The communications on that end, I can't fault them for the communication center. They were told what to do. So that's an issue. I'll take responsibility for that. That's on my end.
And now another question. In regards to double parked cars in our area, I've noticed that officers do pass by, but they don't give out tickets. So a lot of people just don't respect anymore that you guys are passing by because you guys don't give any tickets. So we have tons of cars that are double parked. It's literally you're zigzagging through North 9th Street, North 10th Street. You can't even park anywhere anymore. And people just take advantage that you guys don't give out tickets, or people are putting their old tickets in the dash, and you guys keep on moving.
That again, I'm sure that is going on. I don't doubt that one bit. Unfortunately, sometimes that's a double-edged sword with the parking situation being so unique in the city of Newark. Sometimes I've gone to community meetings when I worked in other precincts where the residents will complain about that, and then we take enforcement action, which we should if we're called, obviously. It's our job. They want the enforcement, but once we do start enforcing it, the following community meetings, we get ripped apart because the people are saying, oh, you have no discretion, you're not being considerate, there's nowhere to park. We get that. We have to reach a happy medium. I'm not saying we do have to enforce it, we have to do a better job at it. Maybe get out into the community more and advise them, of the inconvenience to other residents. But yes, you are correct on that. On the police department standpoint, it's a double-edged sword. If we start enforcing it on a regular basis, we generate other complaints, unfortunately, but sometimes we still have to do our job, and you're absolutely right. It does become an annoyance and an inconvenience.
I mean, if it's okay that everybody goes parks and everybody should be aware of it, on a two-way street, it kind of makes it a little impossible to pass through. One way, it's, okay, doable, but on a,
It doesn't make it right. It does not make it right. Just please call. I know it's busy, but call. There'll be a chance if somebody's.
Okay. At this time, so that we can try to get out of here by, oh, were you done? I apologize.
Yep. Right, whatever questions you have. Go ahead.
Sorry.
That's right, go ahead.
I'm looking at the clock.
Right.
No, take your time.
We on your time.
Yes.
I have another question in regards to, I think, sustainability. What is your efforts going forward in regards to sustainability within the city? Because I'm really interested.
Well, the program that we have coming up right now is Loving Block. So it's going to be working with organizations and residents to come up with programs that will last not just for today, but for years to come. So they're going to have mini grants, and right now we're doing surveys that collects information from the residents to know what is needed on the blocks, what you like about your block. Yeah, that's what we're doing right now. We also have, like he said, adopted catch basins. We're doing tree counting, I'm sorry, not planting, tree counting, so we know the health of the trees that are in the city. Like if they need to be cut down, we'll know about that. What else are we doing? The rain barrels, like they said. That's the program. It's still ongoing. It was run by somebody else, but we're still picking it back up in, I think, maybe next month. Yeah.
And I just had a question in regards to that. If you wanted to clean up a park, volunteer, where would you go for that? Because there's, why can't we get the schools involved in that? Like, as a program for that, sustainability. If we're trying to teach and grow with the city, we should start with the kids. Teach them firsthand on, how to take care of our schools. I go all around the schools and, like everybody was saying, garbage is everywhere. People are like, well, the city's gonna come and clean it. That's what they get paid for. That's what I pay my taxes for. But it is our responsibility as residents to also do that. But some people don't care for that. So my suggestion would be, get involved with the schools. Have the kids also volunteer. Have the teachers also help out and be like, this is what you should do. Because the kids are gonna teach the adults, like, hey, I shouldn't be throwing this trash on the street because it's damaging, wildlife, our own city, our own streets. I mean, that's a suggestion for me, for your guys, since your guys are just starting.
Yeah, I'd like to talk with you after the meeting, hey, because we can work it together to support you. Because I'm working with different schools.
Yeah, Andrew, I just want to piggyback on what she said about the adopt catch basin. So I want to work with you guys on that, because if we are able, our vermin control specialists, to bait those catch basins, then we're kind of helping the person who adopted the catch basin and also helping the neighborhood decreasing the rodent population. So we do have the ability to work together on that.
So in relation to your question about block cleanups and community cleanup, which is also related to my colleague here in Department of Public Works, you can organize block cleanups with your own block, get in contact with the Department of Public Works. They'll be able to give you the tools that can be able to help you, the brooms, the rakes, the shovels, the bags, that can be able to help you get back in contact with them. They're able to pick your stuff up. In relations to the schools in the area coming out, working, organizing, talking about cleanup efforts. We did have our school board member here, Josephine. She's not here, but it is a great idea. We'll make sure that Andrea passes that along to her. Schools that are in the area, the peripheral, to come out and do service projects, to do cleanup projects is always welcome, right? So we welcome them in the parks, right? So as people come in the parks and help to clean up and keep them clean, all of those things are always important and vital to helping to maintain great neighborhoods.
I see it a lot on Twitter when you guys are at the other boards, and I'm like, why is that happening here? Like I don't see anything happening. But no, but that's what I think. I didn't know if there was like a specific rule. Or there's there's a lot of stuff. Like honestly, I'm the only one here from my neighborhood, and I know there's a lot of people that have a lot of complaints. They have a lot of issues, but a lot of people are not informed. They're not getting the information. A lot of people don't have social media. So how are they being addressed? How are they being informed about what's going on right now in the city?
And that's what North People's Assembly is all about. So hopefully you'll share that information with them. Yeah, thank you.
It's just like right now.
It'll grow.
Realize that you need an interpreter for a lot of the majority of people that are coming out, and that's where my neighborhood is. A lot of people are Spanish, and the one thing I would address, and unfortunately the council people aren't here. It was great that all the councilmen came out when it was time for voting. They came in my area, I saw them then, but when you call, it's kind of hard to get a hold. And I appreciate that you guys are here, standing here and, relating all these questions, because you don't know where to reach out sometimes. And 4311, sometimes doesn't give you the right information, just tells you, call City Hall. I don't know where I'm calling.
Working on customer service across the board at City Hall, well, actually across the board in the city of Newark. But it is imperative that you register for North People's Assembly, because it is the role of this office to keep the residents informed. specifically to organizations, and if you are a part of an organization, you will definitely get that information. But as an individual, until you join an organization, make sure you register and you'll be included in the database.
Now, you guys were talking about the block association. How does that get started, or where does?
So you can see Carlos after the meeting, and we'll definitely give you the information. Mr. Adeem, I know wanted to mention something.
Yeah, I just wanted to mention something about the Adopt a Catch Basin program. It's a great program. The Department of Water and Sewer cleans thousands of catch basins, those storm drain inlets, yearly. However, you know, we clean them and reach out to like the health department. They'll come in and do an abatement around that same time. And then if you adopted the catch basin and you painted it and you're taking care of the leak. So although we're cleaning them, they're abating them, the rodent level in your neighborhood, if you got a high road, may go down. So the adopt the catch basin thing, we're not asking you to clean it. We're going to take the stuff out of the catch basin. We're asking you to keep the top of the catch basin clear. So when it rains, the rain can go down in the catch basin, which would help prevent flooding in your area. If you keep the top clean, the water needs to go down. If there's stuff on top of it, the water can't go down.
So I definitely want to thank, if there's no other reporting from Forest Hill, everybody reported. I want to thank the department representatives for coming out tonight. And yes. Oh, quick question. Please.
Speaking about the basins being cleaned, down on Grafton, Chester Avenue, it's a flood zone. I don't know if it's dealing with the basin or whatever the case is, but a lot of people in those newly.
Chester Avenue, what?
Riverside Arms is the location, off of 21. A lot of people just lost their cars in that area, and it was declared a state of emergency when they had that rainfall. So that's something someone needs to check into. Also, I talked to Khalif. We got a serious problem, and the city really needs to seriously address the lighting in this city. The lights need to be turned up. Okay, we have a vandalism problem in the lower Broadway area, where cars are windows being bust out. Streets are very dark. We have a serious crisis and an issue with these abandoned properties. They need to be looked at immediately, especially the ones that are city-owned. It's a travesty to see that city properties are in a disarray and a decay the way it is. The people are using these houses for, of course, I don't want to but they havens for bad activities. And, the city needs to really do something about it because it's outrageous. It's not only in the areas where I talked to Khalif at, but it's all over the city.
We understand.
These abandoned houses.
We've been doing these meetings, so that is some of the feedback that we've been getting, and I can assure you that we'll be working on it. The Department of Public Works is well aware. Actually, Ms. Singleton will probably speak to the lighting, but that's in her 90-day plan. You want to talk about that very quickly?
And then lastly, because she might want to cover this also, the streets are not paved the way they're supposed to be. My streets were supposed to be on the list that they just recently.
What street are you on?
Oriental, that Broadway area. Oriental, Mount Pleasant, 3rd Avenue. Those streets supposed to have been on the list to be paved, but they're not being paved. Yeah, Norfolk. Yeah, they were on a list.
They were on a list to be paid. Was it, now if that's your question, was it on actually Oriental from Broadway to, what's how you pronounce this? Alden Street? Yes, that's.
They haven't been paid, they just filled in the.
Give her an opportunity to address it, please.
I'm saying if she wanted to say it, it was just.
Actually,
I know it's the building.
No, right, so it is on my paving list for this year. We're paving to December the 1st. So the contractor will start again October the 15th. That is on this list. This is the list that's gonna go into the 1st. If, in a nutshell, we're gonna start paving starting then. And Oriental is on my list.
Yeah, I knew it was on the list, but I was
It's on
saying
my
that
list. It's on my list. No, we're
So
gonna
by
pave it
December
December the
1st,
1st.
you should see the paving
If it-
trucks on the block.
Well, we're gonna pave up until December 1st, till it gets cold, because that's when asphalt, we can't pave once it gets cold. Right, and so if it's not there, it's still on the list, soon as the spring comes, first set of warm weather, we go back out and finish paving. We're gonna continue to pave. We have aggressive paving effort, and all the streets that you see in the neighborhood, if they're not being paved by the city, they may also be paved by PS&G. PS&G is doing a whole entire upgrade of their gas main citywide. They're gonna be here for the next 5 years. So some streets that are slated for PS&G for work, I'm not gonna pave a street if I know you're gonna come and rip up a street. So what's happening is, if the streets are slated for PS&G, I won't touch those streets because they're gonna do their work, do the tie-ins, then come back and pave the streets. I will pave somewhere else.